30 abandoned ships around the world. The seas and oceans are the real graveyards of human history. Dry cargo ship Sunrise, Orient, Hong Kong. In early 2014, a 2,500-ton Vietnamese cement truck banked aboard and it was thrown onto the rocks off the coast of Hong Kong. Galleon, Mars, Baltic Sea. The warship Mars, the flagship of the Swedish Navy, the largest of its time, although it was wrecked in a fierce naval battle nearly 500 years ago, in 1564, it is one of the best preserved shipwrecks in the world. 3 ships at the ship graveyard in Doha, Qatar. The Doha ship graveyard on the Persian Gulf coast is where ships go to die, an amazing sight, shipwrecks reflecting on the wet surface of a sandy beach. Schooner, Sweepstakes, Lake Huron. The Sweepstakes, a 36-meter-long Canadian schooner, was damaged at sea in 1885. Although the vessel managed to reach shallow water, the holes were too big, and the schooner went under the water, where it still lies at a depth of 6 meters. The ship Dimitrios, Lakonikos, Gulf, Greece. The Dimitrios was most likely used to smuggle cigarettes between Turkey and Italy. As a result, the ship was captured by the port authorities and then set on fire. Abandoned, lonely, rusting, whaling ships. Gryutvikene, South Georgia. Remains of a tug, Point Reyes, California. Lagoon on the Chuuk Islands, Micronesia. This lagoon was once Japan's main naval base during World War II in 1944. The port was attacked by American forces. As a result, 44 Japanese ships and 249 aircraft were sent to the bottom. Lady Elizabeth, Whalebone Cove, Falkland Islands. The huge iron bark, Lady Elizabeth, weighing 1,155 tons, built in 1879, escaped from the port during a storm and drifted to where it lays today. Time and destruction particularly did not disturb it, and therefore the bark served as an excellent reminder of the past. Frigate 356, Cayman Islands. Frigate 356 is a Soviet ship during the Cold War. In the 90s, the ship was sunk, made of cheap aluminium. The frigate quickly looked like an old wreck, as if it laid at the bottom for 100 years. The vessel SS Thistlegorm, Red Sea, Egypt. The Thistlegorm is a British bulk carrier, was sunk by the enemy in 1941. At the time of its death, the ship was carrying ammunition and equipment to the front in North Africa. All the cargo, to this day, is still in its hold. Soviet ship left to be ruined after the collapse of the USSR, Murmansk, Russia. Ship MS World Discoverer, Roderick Bay, Nggela Islands. The MS World Discoverer was a German cruise ship that ran aground during its voyage. Fortunately, the crew and passengers were saved, and the ship itself remained only a shadow of its former splendor. Ship Mediterranean Sky, Eleusis, Greece. This cruise ship was ruined by the financial difficulties of its owners. It was simply abandoned in the middle of the bay. Ship SS America, Fuerteventura, Canary Islands. This American liner crashed in 1994 after 54 years of service. They wanted to turn the ship into a hotel, but during a storm it broke away from the vessel towing it. Olympia, Amorgos Islands, Greece. It is believed that the mysterious Olympia have been hijacked by pirates and then abandoned off the coast of the island. Now the ship's wreck is popular tourist destination. BOS 400, Maori Bay, South Africa. BOS 400 is a real oil barge, or rather a floating crane that broke away from a towing vehicle during a powerful storm. Ship La Famille Express, Providenciales, Caribbean. In 2004, in the midst of Hurricane Francis, this freighter crashed into reefs. Vessel SAS Airfield, Homebush Bay, Australia. Homebush Bay became the final resting place of the British SS Airfield, a 1,140-ton steamship from World War I. Now, a real floating forest has grown wildly on it. Vessel MV RMS Malheim, Land's End, Great Britain. Ship Semiramis, Andros Island, Greece. This passenger ship, which now looks like a green ghost ship, ran aground off the Greek coast in 1954. Vessel Hans Egede, Cliff, Great Britain. The Hans Egede is a three-mast ship built in 1922 after 35 years of service, was wrecked while being towed after left on the shore near the British town of Cliff. Nouadhibou Shipyard, Mauritania, Africa. The surreal port of Nouadhibou is the largest ship graveyard and the final resting place for several hundred ships. For years, local corrupt officials turned a blind eye to this illegal dump. Sunken sailboats, Orwell River, Pin Mill, Suffolk, UK. Cruiser Murmansk, Server, Norway. After the collapse of the USSR, this decommissioned military cruiser, built in 1955, was sold for scrap to India in 1994. But during its towing in stormy weather, it crashed near the Norwegian village of Server. In 2013, its remains were disposed due to the fear that the ship might contain radioactive substances. A ship abandoned by smugglers, Navayo Bay, Zakynthos Island, Greece. Right in the middle of the white sands of Navayo Bay, also called Shipwreck Beach, lies a smuggler's ship that ran aground here and was then set on fire to hide the evidence. Vessel MS Lord Selkirk II, Selkirk Slough, Manitoba, Canada. After being decommissioned in 1990, the MS Lord Selkirk II remained abandoned and forgotten in the dock. The once elegant cruise ship is now an old rusty wreck. Vessel Giannis D, Red Sea, Egypt. Giannis D sank in 1983 with a load of timber. Now, its skeleton at the bottom near Coral Reef serves as a residence for the local underwater fauna. Russian ship, Red Sea, Egypt. This unidentified ship is believed by some researchers to be the Hanka, a Soviet spy ship that went missing in 1982, although the Russian government denies this. Exploring the wreckage of the ship, divers found huge deposits of spy equipment from the Cold War. Vessel Edward Bolen, Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The transport ship Edward Bolen ran aground in thick fog of the Skeleton Coast in 1909. This rusty hulk showing the desolation of Namibia's vast coastline. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. Thanks for sharing and bye-bye.